Welcome to KDrama Divas, a podcast and community for passionate fans of Korean dramas. Join us as we explore the captivating world of K-dramas, discussing the latest releases, timeless classics, and everything in between. Whether you're a seasoned K-drama addict or just stepping into this addictive realm, get ready to laugh, cry, and fangirl with the KDrama Divas. Happy Wednesday! You're listening to the K-Drama Divas, and when you're listening, it will be Monday, probably not Wednesday.
Well, unless they don't listen on the day that we post it.
Maybe they'll get lucky and listen on a Wednesday.
They could be listening any day of the week.
My name's Amanda.
I'm Maureen.
I'm Serina.
We're the K-Drama Divas.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
We're here. Maureen made it. She's been sick. Say something in your sick voice.
I don't know what to say.
There you go.
She wants to talk. K-dramas and
We're
nothing
going to be
else.
talking about Suspicious Partner.
Yes. What year's that from?
2017.
She is correct.
She is. And I read that it was available on Netflix, but that was a lie because I can't find it on Netflix.
It could be on Netflix in other countries.
Not in this country.
Actually, it could be even in like the different side of the country because some people have talked about different things available.
On the East Coast? You think the East Coast can have better access than the West Coast?
Maybe just different.
Yes,
Maybe
different.
not better. Maybe we've got stuff that they can't have. So
Right.
I want it all.
I'm time for it all.
I know.
I know.
But I want it all also.
Suspicious Partner, I felt like was a drama for everyone. It had suspense, romance. What else?
Comedy.
Chang-Wook.
It had a great cast.
It
Yes.
did. Chang-Wook, and he was in what else?
Everything.
Everything, but I think I've only seen him in this.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I saw him in Welcome to Sandra Lee. Sandra Lee?
No.
Sandra Lee.
Sandalerie. What is it? That drama that we can never pronounce the name.
Okay. He was in Backstreet Rookie.
Haven't seen it.
Love Struck in the City.
Yes,
Haven't seen it.
I've seen
Welcome
that.
to Sam Del Rey.
Seen it.
The Sound of Magic, which I don't think any of
Yeah.
us has seen.
Haven't
I've
seen
seen
it.
it.
Have you? Did you
Yes.
see it?
I seen
Oh.
it when it was out. When it was-
Oh.
Seen them all.
He was in Young Actors.
Saw that.
Yeah.
Yes. And Seven First Kisses. I think I've just seen that one so many times. But he's been in
Oh my
5,
gosh,
10,
he's been in a
20,
ton.
probably 25 to 30 different shows.
All
At
that
least.
I haven't seen.
Yeah.
I need to see them.
I know. He's been acting quite a while.
Seven First Kisses. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Have you seen that?
I have not.
That sounds intriguing. Have you seen
Mhm.
it?
No.
All right. Seven First Kisses. We're going to watch it.
Are we?
It may not be available anywhere.
Oh,
Should I even
no.
see if it's
We can
let's
look.
see. It was from
Mm.
16, 17, it says.
Mm.
From where and when?
2016, 17.
Oh, okay.
So
But the one we're talking about, Suspicious Partner, that's really good. I mean, why don't we talk about this one that we...
Okay, fine.
fine, keep us on track.
All right. So, what's it about?
Well, he starts off as a prosecutor.
The male lead,
Chang-Wook
Chang-Wook,
is a prosecutor.
and the female lead is an attorney. She's an intern, really.
No,
for
she's
him.
actually an intern for him.
Yeah,
But that means she's the intern for the prosecution, not for as an attorney, right?
Yes.
Yeah, she's an intern for him. And I thought I
Ooh.
just said that, but you said no.
I'm sorry. Did you say it was for him?
No, she said she was an attorney, and then
Right.
you said an intern, and so
Fine.
not really, was it?
But then through a series of mishaps, she gets charged with the murder of her ex-boyfriend.
And let's just say, so what if she didn't murder her ex-boyfriend? Is there really anything wrong with that?
Well, you say?
You know, if you have an ex-boyfriend, sometimes they need to be done in.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm a little loopy.
I think
Apparently.
so.
I'm just kidding. Murder's never the right choice.
No. Hey, Mel, do we turn that off?
Oh, just in case.
I mean, it'll be 90 degrees here in 10 minutes, but
That's okay.
are you cold?
Uh-huh.
That's why I put my sweater on.
So we don't know if the first 5 minutes even recorded correctly because we had the air condition running.
But hopefully you can salvage it.
So if not, welcome to the KDrama Divas.
I think you'll be fine. Okay, so murder is never the right thing.
Yeah,
No.
I think that's even a commandment, right?
Oh my word. And yes, it would be.
I'm silencing my cell phone like a good podcast reporter.
Well, good ones do it beforehand, not during.
That's true. I take after Maureen.
I was waiting for her to say something. Oh my goodness. Oh my word.
But anyway, where were we?
We were talking about how she was accused of murdering her ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. And I felt for her. So, well, as you all know, we're going to spoil every part of this drama for you. But
not every part.
not every part, just the parts we want to. But anyway, she's at work in her apartment, or it's been a long day. She takes off her glasses to rest her weary eyes. She goes outside, and I totally get it.
She opens the window.
Yeah, she opens the window. But I get her because I'm blind without my glasses. If there was a murder in the dark,
Or in the light.
in the light, across in the next building, I wouldn't see the murder. I wouldn't see the dead bodies. I wouldn't see anything.
Right.
And that's what happens to her.
Yes. And that's why she's
And that's why her boyfriend is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Because they saw her and they go to that apartment
To kill her.
to kill her, but they killed him.
And she happens to be out buying beer or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and the ex-boyfriend happens to be the head prosecutor,
The
his
chief prosecutor's son.
Yes.
So he is very bitter towards her.
Mhm. Oh, to put it lightly.
Very. Yes.
Even though there's absolutely no evidence that she did it.
No.
Yeah. And he's horrible. He's absolutely horrible.
The ex-boyfriend.
The ex-boy, well, the
The
ex-boyfriend was
chief
horrible.
prosecutor.
Should we
Yeah.
talk about the ex-boyfriend for a while?
Yes.
He was pretty terrible too. He
Yeah.
cheated on her and then
Mm-hmm.
belittles her, expects her to just go for it. Like, just, oh, it's okay for me to
Her
cheat.
mistake was that she was taunting him, saying, I'm going to kill
Right.
you and all this stuff. And everybody had heard it
Right.
around in their
And
group.
singing songs about killing
Yes.
him and stuff.
Singing songs.
But it would just drive him crazy. It was funny, but never joke about murder.
No,
Right.
never joked.
Amanda.
Never joked.
No.
So everyone assumes it's her because she said how many times?
Well, I don't know. I wouldn't say everybody. I would think anybody that was on the chief prosecutor's side or the prosecutor's
Mhm.
side, because
Yes.
there was nothing else to prove her innocence, even though there wasn't anything to prove she was guilty either.
But did you notice that as her trial is going on, that the male lead is kind of growing more interested in her?
Right.
And that's when he decides that he wasn't going to let her go be found guilty. And so he found the knife that the chief prosecutor planted.
Well, and first, he can't, he's prosecuting her. So he has to find an ally that will represent her, that he can rely on,
that he trusts.
that he trusts. Right.
And
Yes.
he goes to his sworn enemy,
Right.
someone he would never talk to or
Yes.
initiate.
Yes.
And okay, so spoiler, they were best friends, and then
Yes.
something happened, and then that's what happened. But the best friend, the now attorney that's going to represent her, he loves the prosecutor,
Yes.
and
He
thinks the world
wishes,
of him.
yeah, he wishes they could go back to the way they were.
Right. So, and then that pulls in the older gentleman who we absolutely love.
Yes.
Dokwa. Is that how you say it?
I don't
think
know,
so.
but
We'll go with it.
So I was trying to figure out at the beginning because you don't know the relationships between these three male characters. And so I'm trying to figure it out. And I thought maybe he was the dad or the grandfather, and then the prosecutor and his friend / sworn enemy attorney, maybe they were brothers.
Oh.
That's what I originally thought.
Oh.
So, but then we find out that's not
No.
it. So, but you get some ways in before you find out what their relationship really is.
Well, you knew it had to be something because he left his law firm to come to that one. Remember?
That was a shock. It was quite a shock. And he's willing to give money and
basically, and he's paying for everything.
He who?
The older
man. Yes.
I just want everybody listening to know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, as far as what's his name? Is it Chang-Wook in this?
Yep.
He's so terrible as an attorney. He was great as Mr. Prosecutor.
Right.
But as an attorney, he hates himself. He hates the job.
That's because he's a prosecutor at heart.
Yeah. But he makes enemies with all the other coworkers, attorneys. They all hate him.
Yes, he was considered the worst, remember? But I think it's just because of how he is wanting to...
Very factual and very to the point.
Yeah.
And he doesn't pull punches. And
he's a great prosecutor.
Yeah.
But I always thought, why is that older man? And I can't think of his name, and we love him.
Yeah.
You just said it, but...
Lee Jo-hwa?
Yeah, why?
What was he called in this? He was called...
is he the chairman? I don't know.
President?
I always
He
want
was
to
the
chairman.
CEO.
Oh.
Yes. But anyway, he was CEO Byron or... And then he always talked about Madam Hong. I think that was her.
Right.
Yeah.
But I just thought, why is he putting up with the prosecutor / attorney? Why?
Right.
When he's causing so much division, so many
and
problems.
He left he owned that other law office, and he's coming over there to work, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was fun. That was a whole fun dynamic. The
Yes.
new law office that I didn't expect.
Right. Yeah. So, all right.
Yeah.
So we kind of just jumped up a bunch.
All over. Yeah.
So we were starting on the ex-boyfriend. Do we have anything more to say about him?
Oh, that's true.
he gets off.
You know what? I just don't even care about him. I think that's why.
Right.
You know what? It's funny, but
And he was in Secretary Kim. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I really don't care about him
Well, we
in
shouldn't.
anything.
He's not your favorite actor.
No, he isn't.
Okay.
Well, so she's up for murder, and even though he's the prosecutor, he wants to help her out.
Yeah.
So that's how their relationship really begins. Because as his intern before this, she did not care for him.
No.
Although there was feelings he had. How their whole relationship starts out. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Tell us.
She accuses him of groping her on the subway.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. She's heading into her first. I think to me it seemed like her first day, right?
I don't know, because remember they were doing part of their internship at some kind of the building, remember? And her ex-boyfriend also went there.
I don't really know, but it was just such a funny way.
Yes.
Maybe it was, yeah.
And it's kind of a theme because she doesn't trust him.
Mm-hmm.
And then he thinks she's crazy.
Right.
Because she's accusing him falsely. And so
That's right.
And she's telling the guy who did grope her to take a picture or whatever of him.
And call the police.
All the police.
It's so funny.
it is funny.
And then the groper, he actually witnesses. He's got more than just that part. He's got different.
He's kind of an important character.
He is kind of an important character. Yes.
He's kind of the key to figuring out the whole mystery for them.
Yes.
Yes.
We figure it out way before they do.
Oh, so what do you think? Okay, since we're talking about the ex-boyfriend, what do you think of the ex-boyfriend's gal that he was cheating with?
Oh,
I think they were trying to make her redeemable.
Right.
yeah.
Throughout it. I just never liked her.
Yeah.
No.
I agree.
Like,
know.
nothing was really that redeemable. She's kind of a sad, pathetic character.
What do you really think? Because even
Uh-huh.
when she went, I don't know, I don't want to give
When
away
she was
everything.
living there for a
yeah,
while.
yeah. And I mean, she even was mean then. I mean, she lightened up at the very end, but
Yeah.
she just wasn't a nice
No.
person. I don't think
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
so.
No. And since we've already touched on it a little bit, the ex-boyfriend's father, the chief
I knew
prosecutor.
from the get-go that he was bad.
Oh,
There was no doubt from moment
Mhm.
one that he was bad.
yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
And just the threats he would make towards the female lead and choking her.
And to other people, too.
Mhm,
I mean, he
mhm.
was manipulating everybody and everything.
Yes.
And there's so many dramas where there's corrupt.
chief prosecutor is bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the real world.
It makes you wonder.
Yeah.
Like,
It does make you wonder.
Yep.
what really goes on?
I
Yeah.
know.
Maybe I'm glad I don't know.
And I don't mean just there, I mean everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Everywhere.
Yes.
All the corruption.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because we're human and we're corrupt and we all need Jesus.
We need to tell
We're-
everyone that it is 40 episodes, but they're
40?
only
No.
Yes. 40,
But they're only 30 minutes
but they're
long.
only 30 minutes long.
That's right. There are
So
40 episodes.
So it's only, and they're only 30 minutes long.
Because because when I thought there was only 32, and when I got to 30, I thought, I don't think they're going to wrap this up in an hour. And then I realized there's 40. And honestly, that made me really excited.
Yeah. Well, and I
Yes.
know because we talked about it being 40, a couple of weeks ago, week ago, whatever it was. But you said they go by really fast. And
They
you're
do.
right. They really.
They go by very fast. It's not
Yes.
like a 41-hour episodes. They're very quick.
Very-
And I think just because it's so good and you're
Mhm.
so
Right.
drawn and invested in it, it just flies by.
Yes.
But in 40 episodes,
Yep.
I feel like, and I guess I'm jumping way ahead
It
to
should
my
have gone to 60.
overall thought. There should have been a few more because I felt like there were loose ends and I didn't like
That's
that.
true. That's true.
I really do.
Uh-huh.
And
I agree.
I like some of the way they ended it. I just did not enjoy it.
Yeah. I agree.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you thinking of?
Well, number one, their relationship. I didn't like the way that ended.
Yeah.
But you know they're together.
Yeah, but I want to see it. I want to see them, live life and get married and have kids and,
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
and then just, I want to see them enjoying life together.
What
So-
else? I want to see if you match me.
Well, the friend was with the his ex-girlfriend who he happened to be in love with all along, and that's what broke
Should-
apart their friendship.
Should we talk about her just a second?
Yeah.
Her
Oh, my
on that?
I feel
goodness.
like they didn't.
Since we're talking about exes,
They just didn't develop that enough, in my opinion.
their relationship.
Their relationship and yeah, like I mean,
And she's the girl that has not the main lead, second male lead, not second female lead of Itawan class.
oh,
Oh, is she?
okay, yeah. But I just
So she was on that show,
Oh,
Young
okay.
Actors.
oh yeah. Now that you say that, she's okay
Yeah, and
No, she's not really
in
okay.
this drama.
Oh, I mean, is she?
you
I
don't.
mean-
Because I was going to ask, what do you mean in general in life or in this drama
Nah.
or in all dramas or not your favorite?
Well, you know what? It's weird. I guess they just play their parts so well that I really just don't care for them
Yeah.
much.
I just
I don't. To me, you have two guys. They both supposedly love the same girl, and one of them decides he doesn't love her anymore, but the other one still loves her. And she obviously was with the guy that doesn't love her anymore. And now she's with his best friend. To me, I just couldn't imagine in real life.
But it was always
Me-
the three of them.
Right. But that all changes. But I just think it's weird. How can I be with one guy and then be with his best friend? To me, that's just is a weird relationship.
It had been years, though.
It had been, but still.
Okay. And this is maybe too much spoiling, but I don't care because I have to talk about it with you guys. So you start off and the prosecutor hates his ex-best friend or best friend. I guess they're still best friends, really, but hates him because he cheated with his ex-girlfriend. So they cheated, right?
So he thinks they cheated.
He thinks they cheated.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then something they kind of indicate they didn't really have an affair.
Right.
Like
Right.
it was set up maybe so that he'd break up with her.
Do you think it was set up?
I don't know why
Or
it
do you
was
think
set
he
up.
just walked in on a weird?
Oh, they almost cheated, but they didn't.
Well, I don't know.
Because I mean, they didn't though, did they?
No.
He walked into her. I'm assuming
Yes.
her place,
And
and
clothes on the ground.
Yes.
But it was like a setup or something.
yeah, because he really. I mean, it looked like he was walking in on them
Mm-hmm.
just starting or finishing up. But then, as it goes on, you think, okay, maybe he was just, fixing her closet door handle. I mean, I don't know, I mean, it just isn't really.
They never explain it. And
Yeah.
that bugs me because I thought
Mhm.
they would go into more detail about it.
Right.
Hold on. I'm going to ask AI because I'm
Okay.
really confused what episode that was. I
Okay.
should have wrote it down. Do you remember?
It's probably like this first or second or
Where they show it?
third, maybe. I don't know. First, second.
You talking about where they show him walking in?
Mm-hmm.
I think, well, so I don't know. What it says is in episode 28, the clarification addresses the misunderstanding that led to the fallout between Ji-wook and Yoon Hyuk. It's revealed that Yoon Hyuk had feelings for Yoo Jung and they intended to act on them. They did not go through with it.
Okay. So they were heading that way, and then he walked in before anything happened.
So maybe that's what happened. But it was
the intent was there.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
so unclear though,
Yeah.
because they're kind of like nothing really happened.
Right.
And so it's like, okay, and how did nothing happen?
Right.
But then,
But that's when it gets explained. But
Yeah.
it still doesn't.
so that's what happened. I wasn't
Yeah.
sure because it was so unclear.
Yeah.
And then, like, I just feel like, not that it makes it better, but I wish that Ji-wook would have known that his best friend was in love with her from the time they were young. Not
Right.
that would make it better, but at least it wasn't just screwing him over. You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't just, it's wrong no matter what. But I don't know. And then I think, well, it's good that he didn't make an excuse because it is wrong no matter what.
Right.
But it's not like he didn't care about her. He really loved her.
Right. But how do you screw your best friend?
And
you know?
maybe that's why he never explains it
Maybe.
to him. But I wanted him to explain.
But didn't he? I didn't. Ji-wook, didn't he? He was just like he didn't want to know. Like he was done, and I don't think he really wanted to know whether something happened or not.
Well, he always assumed something did.
Right.
And he was willing to take an explanation from him. And the one time he was willing to hear it, the best friend's kind of like, there's no excuse, which is true. And that's
Right.
good. But at the same time, you're like, you're not you know, you
Yeah.
weren't just trying to ruin their relationship.
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah, that's a hard one because
I know
it's still wrong.
it is wrong. It is wrong.
No matter how much he was in love with her, it was still wrong.
I know. But then they're like hanging out. And so
Right.
it's so like, it's just, I hate that. I hate it all.
Yeah.
And suddenly the male lead's okay with it. Like, that's what's weird too. You never see them really reconcile.
Well, he basically is not really friends with him for a lot. I mean, even though they're,
Well, most of it.
yeah, he isn't.
There's really no resolution to that. Although at the end, you know they're friends.
Mhm.
Right. All of them.
Yes.
So it's odd.
So who should we talk about next?
The female lead goes to work for the male lead in his home law office. And so she is one of the attorneys there. And the older man that we mentioned that comes, and he is an attorney, and he comes there, Lee Duc-Qua, he calls her lack of evidence.
Right.
That is a funny thing.
And he will never call her by her name.
Yeah.
It's lack of evidence the whole time.
Yep.
And she is so upset by that, but no one else seems to think anything of it. They just let it go all the time, too. But anyway,
They have a funny relationship, don't
they
they?
do.
they really do.
Because they don't like each other, but yet they kind of, I don't know.
Right.
So she's one of the attorneys, and then the ex-best friend is another attorney, and then the older man, and then Chang-Wook, no Ji-wook in it.
And there's an investigator that's there
That's
too.
true. Then he hired his investigator, who was his investigator in the prosecution, to come. But the older man who pays all the bills, got him. And Bang is his name.
Is that what it is?
Bang Yoon-ho.
Okay. Well, and then, okay, since we're spoiling all the relationships and everything, that actually is his adopted father,
Yeah.
the male lead.
Yes.
That's his adoptive father. So what do you think of the older gentleman? What, you have to tell me his name because lead. What is it? We'll call him the CEO. How's that?
Yes.
Yeah.
The CEO and his wife. See, and I wasn't quite sure through a lot of this whether they were married or if they were dating
Or if they were divorced. Or
Yeah, I didn't really understand their relationship for the longest time either, or if she was maybe just
I
a
thought they
long
were.
life friend and they
I know.
just hung out like that one drama that we watched. What was the one?
Hospital playlist.
Oh, yeah. Remember how the mom and then she had a friend
Oh, yes.
and but they weren't they weren't married. So that's
No.
what I was thinking about. Maybe that's the relationship they had. So then to find out that they had actually adopted him,
Yes.
the male lead, that was
Yes.
kind of cool. But the CEO and his wife have a very odd
Yes,
relationship.
they do.
I thought they were separated.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it seems like they are.
Yeah. Yeah. It just was a weird, I mean, I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Mhm.
And then the fact that the female lead's mother,
Yes. Yes.
the relationship with the male lead's mother, that whole thing was fun too.
I
Yeah.
know.
There's all these triangles.
Yeah. And they're all fun. They're all,
Yes.
and even like you said, the investigator, she was a fun character too.
Yeah,
He was.
He was.
So there's just, it just was so
Yes.
good.
And there is a lot of comedy in this.
Yeah, I think there is.
There is. I would recommend it.
Mm-hmm.
We're not there yet.
Completely.
Just the
So we haven't. Okay, so we've kind of talked about
All the love.
all of the supporting cast. Do we need to talk more about the storyline and anything on that or their relationship?
Well, basically, the female lead is found not guilty for the murder.
Yeah.
And But still, she's branded as a murderer.
So she can't get a job anywhere.
Yeah, no one trusts her. Everyone thinks she got away with murder.
Yeah.
So the most deranged people seek law advice.
Right. Because she opens up her own practice, right?
Well, she's using his. That's how she does it, right?
No, not at the beginning.
No, Mom.
Oh,
She opens up, remember?
oh, that's right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm sorry.
She has to correct me even if she's wrong. All right. So, yeah, these deranged people will come to her and ask how to get away with their crimes since
Yeah.
she did it.
Right.
And it's pretty funny. But you can see the struggle because she's barely making it.
That's
and
right.
She doesn't have contact with the prosecutor for a couple years, and he has to leave his
Right.
job because basically he defends her in the end.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Yeah. And that's how, while she's at her own practice, that's how she gets involved with another character who is a very main pivotal point of this, because she's now defending him, trying to get him off the hook for murder, right?
yes, yeah.
So that's how she gets involved with him.
Mm.
Remember?
Yeah. And he's just,
He's something else, but you
Oh,
wouldn't,
my
wouldn't know it
goodness.
again, you know?
don't know it right away.
No.
You kind of think
Yeah.
something's off.
Right.
But then you're like, no, it's fine.
Yeah, because he played when
Well-
he was in jail and when he was being accused, he was
And also, you have the other guy that you're thinking is it,
yeah,
you know,
right,
the guy that is the CSI guy.
right,
Oh, yeah. There's so many people that could be the one that actually
was the murderer,
was the murderer.
right?
And when they all come together to form the new law firm, that's part of their goal is to figure out who really committed the crime to
Yeah,
redeem both of them, the lead and
the prosecutor.
So
Yeah, so that's how it kind of, and it just
and their relationship is so fun and cute and
the two
Yes, and he lets her live there too, in
Right,
the
'cause
home office.
because she loses her
Right.
her practice where she had her office and had nowhere to go, and
there's some really sweet confessions in this from
Are
both
there?
of them.
Are there?
Love confessions.
Do you remember any of them?
Yeah,
Tell me.
well, she confesses to him, and I don't think he's there yet. He's too afraid to be in a relationship. But she's just like, let me like you. And
Aw.
it's so sweet.
Yeah.
But then later, when she's hardened her heart and he's come full circle, he confesses his and is just like, let me like you. And it's just so sweet. And they're both patient with each other.
Yeah.
And they just want to like each other.
Right. They do, but they're scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. For good reason for both of them.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then at one point they kind of have a hard time with their relationship, right? Which was really hard to watch. I think I cried through several of these ones.
Serina, you're turning into a softie like us.
Yeah. I guess so. I just like their relationship and the way it built and the way they were towards each other, and you know.
I liked them as a couple. I think they are one of the best couples that he has had, you know.
Well, okay. So I texted you. I almost forgot about this. I texted you guys and said the two of them in real life got married.
No,
Did they?
they didn't.
They didn't?
No, you were reading fake news.
Oh, how do I know if it's fake or real?
I know. He's never been married, and he lives with his mother, and he's like 38.
That sounds sad.
He didn't move. He's 30. He'll be 38 on July 5th.
Yes.
So
But
you don't think he
lives with his
did?
mother. And no, they have not been ever.
Oh,
And you're sure.
I'm positive.
She knows it all.
seriously?
Yes.
Oh, that's too bad. So, okay, so totally off the subject. I saw that Lee Min-ho got married. Is that for real?
No, that's fake too.
What?
Yeah.
No, it's
Listen,
not.
if they got married, it would be headline.
Okay, but I don't
Okay, well
see
then
anything, so I wouldn't know if it's
okay.
headlines or not.
no, he
Where
did
you-
not.
Where are you reading
Yeah,
this?
where are you getting your news?
Well, I just click on their names and look at stuff.
Okay, it's all fake.
Yeah,
Serious.
I just asked the internet and it's not true.
Mm.
I'm so sorry for your
See, this is
disappointment.
why I shouldn't look at this stuff.
No, you
Oh.
shouldn't. That-
Get your news and gossip from Maureen. It's half true.
that's better than untrue.
100% true, untrue. All right. So never mind. They did have a good connection.
Yes.
And hey, if they're both single,
I
is she
know.
single?
Yes.
All right. If you're
And you know
listening, you
what?
two.
This has bothered me for years now because I realized Little Women, it's going to be 3 years in September since I've seen it. She is in that. And I never knew it was her.
I am afraid to watch Little Women.
Why?
Yeah, it's
Sad.
no, it's scary.
No, I like scary.
Well, then you'd want to watch it.
Well, because Little Women,
No, it is nothing like the Little Women we know.
Beth dies in Little Women.
No, all
don't know
the
anything about
sisters
that.
live.
They should name it something else.
But they used that name.
So they all live. One of the sisters
Mm-hmm.
gets cancer, doesn't she? In Little Women.
Well, you're looking that up. She's also in 100 Days My Prince.
She's also in
Oh, 100 Days My Prince is the female lead?
yeah.
That makes sense.
And you know what else she was in? Good Partner, which I watched, and the whole time she does not look like that. And I kept thinking, she reminds me of somebody, but I don't know who.
Oh,
I'm thinking, oh my goodness, if I would have known it was her.
I didn't know. I haven't watched that one. So.
I just thought, oh my.
Well,
Because I knew Jang Nara was the star, but she was the co-star with her.
oh. Well, because Suspicious Partner was 2017 and 100 Days My Prince was 2018.
Wow.
So,
So she looks different for a lot of parts, obviously.
Well,
we find that with most people, don't we?
every drama I watch, I have to pause 100 times the first episode to figure out who everyone is.
Right.
I can't move on with my life until I figure it out.
I am just so mad at myself that I never did that.
But you can look online to see where you know it from, and it could be all right. I don't trust anything anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of excited to watch Little Women now that I know that no one dies.
Oh, don't
Or
make,
the three
don't
sisters.
make me watch it.
Why?
She just said,
it's suspenseful.
Scary.
It's
I
suspenseful.
don't like scary.
But you liked Suspicious Partner.
There wasn't anything scary or suspicious about it.
Is it scary like Vincenzo scary?
Priests.
Flower of Evil scary? Stranger scary?
No, it's different.
That scares me. So you'll have to watch it and tell me if I should watch it or not.
Oh, that sounds good.
We're way off
You're
topic
gonna
again.
the female lead in Little Women, she is somebody, and I don't know who.
Obviously, she's somebody.
I know,
But it's okay. I'll figure it out the first episode, remember?
But she is somebody that
I'm looking.
I know
um,
I've seen before.
So here's the cast.
Kim Go Ewan.
That does not help.
No.
Yeah. And it could be, yes, it is. The star of Goblin, the girl.
Oh, she's
Yeah.
a goblin?
Yeah, she's the star of Little Women.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. But what about Suspicious
And then the
Partner?
King Eternal Monarch, too.
What about Suspicious Partner? Do we have anything else to say?
It's just
Any
so good.
more thoughts or feelings that will feel like we didn't get to share and we should have shared? Sometimes I feel like that after
Yeah.
we podcast.
Because I know when I was watching it, I was like, oh, I need to remember that. Oh, I'll remember, and
I know.
now I don't. But
Oh, I wonder if I wrote anything down. Sometimes I do that. Let's see.
I don't think
I
did
need
either.
to start doing that. But it really is, it's a good one. It
I
really
didn't.
is.
It was a nice thought, but I didn't do it.
I'm thinking all these from 2017, 2018, they had a lot of good
it
shows.
was a really good year for K-dramas.
It was.
And it was right before COVID. And then COVID ruined things, maybe.
Yes.
But I don't know. There's hopefully there's more good ones to come.
I'm sure there is. So I don't know what else to say. I mean, we've given away a lot of stuff. I don't want to give away
We're not giving away too much.
Yeah. I mean, there's just so much to it, I think, which is what makes it go by so fast.
Yes.
Yeah,
Don't get caught up in 40 episodes.
Yeah, don't let it disturb you.
Yeah.
Because I think before, actually, I'm almost positive that once I was going to watch it, but I saw 40 episodes and I was like, no way.
Yeah.
But 30 minutes, no big deal. Some are 28 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
So it goes super quick. It's funny.
Oh, yes.
Like you said at the beginning, it has a little bit of everything for everybody, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So should we rate it?
Out of 10.
Okay.
10 or 5?
It's out of 10.
Last time we changed it,
Yeah,
remember?
remember?
Oh, my goodness.
It's harder. It's good for us.
Honestly, I think it's one of my favorites. Like literally top 5, 10, whatever.
Wow.
So I give it a 10. I loved this drama.
Yes. But I'll give it a 9.5.
Why?
I don't know if I want to give it a 10
Okay.
because, but 9.5.
Okay.
And I'd probably give it a 9. I mean, just because of the loose ends. Like, I felt like they didn't, like, I wanted more closure.
I agree, but it still was so good. I didn't care.
And I that's why I gave it a 9. I feel like I thought about it 8.5,
Oh.
but then it didn't seem, that seemed too low.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'd say 9, but there were some loose ends that
That's
if
true.
they had maybe just done 41 or 42 episodes, it would have been a 10. 41, 42. 41, 42 equals 10. But
That's
they didn't do it.
Oh, no.
But it is a great drama.
Yes. I recommend it.
Tell us what you think on Facebook or X, or send us an email at 3kdramadivas@gmail.com.
Thank you for joining us.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us on another episode of the K-Drama Divas podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's episode as much as we did. Before we part ways, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts. Connect with us on social media at K-Drama Divas to stay up to date on recent podcasts and to share your thoughts and recommendations.